And hey guys, it was a Dunkin' Donuts Monday today for sure, and it's after hours now. I'm gonna get this front wheel painted now that she's all polished. And here we go. I'm just gonna, just like the back one, I'm gonna etch it, seal it, base coat it, a couple shots of clear, and that'll be that. And seeing how it's just painting the raw aluminum, which has a rough texture to it, there's really no need to be in anything other than the primer room for this. So there it is, etched. The sealer will bind to that on the aluminum. Shouldn't ever have a problem with it peeling. You guys saw I turned the pressure down. I zeroed in. I didn't go right to pinpoint, but I brought the fan in quite a bit, and I went just a little trigger. If you're not used to doing that, you can set your trigger so you can only pull it back a little bit. That's your fluid control. Anytime you do that, you got to be real careful. Just a little bit too much trigger, and you just put way too much fluid on, and then you're gonna have a problem. But if you're not used to doing it that way, you can set this top part here. That's a little set screw on there, and you can put that way in so you can't pull your trigger back too far. But I never zero the pinpoint right down because it's just too much that way. But for something like this, I like to cut the fan down. All right, I'm going to lay some sealer down now. There it is, all sealed. One other thing out here in the primer room, the lines are not fitted for HVLP, even though we use HVLP out here. The fitting I use in the downdraft spray booth is about twice that size. It's more about airflow than air pressure. But when you're doing little things like this and priming little areas, it's not a big deal. Doesn't really make a big difference. Now I'm going to go with a couple of medium coats of waterborne base coat, because I don't want to be here all night trying to make it dry. And I should only need a couple medium coats anyways. Match the sealer coat pretty good, so we'll see what happens. Alright, that covered pretty easy. Not a big deal with an orientation coat because it's just going over a textured aluminum, so no matter what I do, it's going to look like that. Kind of scored here. I had a little bit of clear left on a nose of a car and a side that I just did, but right at the end of the day, and it's still good and loose. The only thing is with these cups, you got to put a new lid on them, otherwise they don't need to sit long. They'll get a little piece of dried clear inside and it'll spit right out onto your paint job. You can fix it after, but it's a pain in the neck because it's just clear. But all right, here we go. 2 coats, I think, or whatever's in this. That'll be fine. Yeah, that clear is setting up pretty nice. It was probably just starting to snap in the cup there. It worked out pretty good. Yeah, it looks good. It filled in. It went on so thick, it filled in some of the texture there in some areas. It looks pretty good. It's gonna look so much better. When I took the rotor off one side, the black brake dust that was underneath that had never been got to clean was just having that all cleaned out now and able to just wash it is going to be great. I think I'm going to try to untape this tonight, I think. I don't think I need to, but I think I'm going to. The tire was masked off ahead of time from when I was doing the compounding, so I didn't get all the polished stuff all over the tire. So that helped a little bit there. Alright, I think I'm going to untape this. Oh, there it is. Excuse me. Decided to leave the outer paper on because I found out when I started pulling the tape out of this area, there's dried compound in there, and I don't need that flaking and exploding all over the fresh clear coat. I flipped it over because this side doesn't end up falling off overnight on the floor, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to look good on the front of the bike now. For the first time, it's going to have a front wheel that looks good. Alright, it's time to get out of here. That can just sit and cure overnight and hit these lights. And yeah, this used to be the main spray booth. The lighting in here was just horrible. Could never get those lights to be that bright. And out here, got an Audi. I actually don't know why it's here, but it's a pretty cool little body style on this one. It's a coupe. It's got nice lines on it, but it's inside right now. Does that make it an innie? Oh man, I gotta go home.